Well, hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Take It From Scott. My hands are a little dry. This is basically another little side business, a hobby. You need to make a couple extra dollars. You don't want to sell on eBay and all that. You kind of like kids or you like rentals. This is a really interesting idea, and I basically stumbled over years back, and I had seen someone do something like this at a party because I think it was in the 80s, the late 80s. I did a lot of magic and travel around. I always had side business. I also did some clowning. And I would add certain things, bring certain things into the clowning that would add value, and I can earn a little bit more money at the parties. Well, as you know, there are many parents too busy nowadays just to plan for a party. They rather just shell out some money and have someone else do it, which was what I found out. These parties can be for rental, where you would rent everything to them, give it to them, or you can host it. This is a great idea for it. You need items that are easily replaced or durable if you do this, and you also need items that are somewhat safe for the kids. This idea is a ducks. Years back, I remember, I didn't do it, but I seen another entertainer do it where they brought in a little pond. It was just a regular pool, stuck a bunch of duckies in. They brought a bunch of cheap party favors from, man, I can't remember that magazine. There's a magazine that had all these little cheap things. So the bottom of the duck had the numbers. The little kiddies would pull it and they get a prize, a little stuffed animal or whatever it is. Well, I stumbled on this idea again when I was at a place called Michael's. It's like a Hobby Lobbies. It's a material and all that. And I noticed they had all these little duckies here. And you could, they're anywhere from 50 cents to $3. And I said, what a great rental business if you can do something like this. Either rent it out for a kid's party, or you can just be a host of it. Now, if you rent it out for a kid's party, one of the things I would do, I would not only charge for the water and the ducks and all that, I'd also buy a bunch of really inexpensive stuff, double the money on it, and say, okay, here's your $200 party packet. You can have a great time. But there are many little rental business that you can do for kids type parties. I'm talking about little kids, not just big kids. This lazy river duck idea, basically, let me see, right here, I started looking around. This is pretty neat. The reason why, let me bring this over here. The reason why this is kind of neat is, see this little ring here? Well, what it is these duckies float around like a lazy river. Now, I wouldn't have this canopy here, or I wouldn't have the child in there, but you can definitely do the ducks all the way around. Put ducks, put numbers, kids can wear a party and everything. It's just a lazy river duck pond. And it's a great idea. You could purchase even the duckies online in bulk. You buy toys online in bulk. Lazy River, this is $35. I've seen it from $29 to $70. It's just, think about it, because parents need help with ideas for parties. Yes, it should be simple. Like when I grew up, or when we were raising our children, we came up with some great themed parties. I even did like a magic show in a Batman costume, rented a Batman costume. This kid had to have Batman theme, and I did shows that way. We always had a little bit big yard, so people always wanted to have parties at our house, for their kids. So a lot of these things come from memory as well. I haven't been doing these party things in a long time, nor do I want to go back to that. But this is a great little business idea. You can charge, a couple $100. If it's a rental, think about it. You just drop it off. They have a different thing. And I'm going to go down a list of other things you can do. And you can basically call it the Young Kids Party Pack Rental Business. You can have ducks. You're going to have several things. So here's the ducks. The other thing you would have is potato sack races. I mean, my wife and I, we did a barter trade, and we had a bunch of potato sack, and a lot of times in our parties we would bring those. Again, it's an inexpensive item to rent and to provide for your kiddies. They will last you certainly a lot longer than the cost of them, and they're easily replaceable. And the parents might join in with this. You can just have someone hold up a big ribbon finish line, and you can have a start and finish. The kids can do it. It gets them, really getting a lot of physical activity, which parents always love. Another thing you could bring at this kids party pack rental business, hula hoops. Kids love hula hoops. I would suggest if you're hosting it, you would start it. If not, you can lie them all off on the lawn and put a little stake sign there, and the parents can, you gave parents so far 3 ideas. A little duck pond for the little ones, a potato sack race, hula hoop race, see who can do the hula hoop the longest. These are things that parents, they're so busy now. It takes 2 parents to raise kids nowadays, and they really do need help. And I think if you would just do this on the weekend, just say, I got a young kids party pack rental business. We give these things to your party. We can drop them off. You could do it for an extra $200. I'll host it for just 2 hours. And, you can just do that. The other thing is, this is great. Think about when you go out, maybe Disney Marketplace or anywhere. You always got these signs that are standing up, and you take pictures in them. Well, here's a car one. Well, why not do it for a kid's party? These kids and parents can take pictures with each other, stick their face in some kind of cutout. You could be with a safari, a big tiger, lion, bear. Maybe you want to the kid wants to take a picture with a princess. That's all okay. Here's some other days. Toy soldier. Let me see. Yeah, you got your toy soldier there. You got Minnie Mouse. You got the princess here. You got, was that Frozen? I don't keep up a lot with the Disney, but I think right there you would know what I'm talking about with the snowman. And I do know the Monsters, Inc. because I thought that was a very funny movie. Now, if you think about this, these are all cutouts. You can see the cost of them. They are made of cardboard, so why not buy, you don't need plywood, but you might get like a paneling that is really inexpensive at a box office store like Home Depot or Lowe's. Get a sheet of that, and then you would just put the cardboard on it and cut it out and put stakes, and you're done. And you can certainly take pictures. So now let's just go over your young kiddie party pack rental business. You'd have a lazy river for the little kiddies. You'd have potato sack race. You have hula hoops. You have life-size cartoon, people, animal cutouts so they could take pictures. And the last thing I would say is that is very, very popular is why not carny games? I mean, carnivals are expensive. Any carnival coming to town, yes, it's fun. It's old-fashioned. Most parents will bring kids there because of their memory and everything. You forgot that you can actually have a carnival type atmosphere in a rental business. Why not? Like my wife and I own one of these machines right here, and we do popcorn about once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month. We love it. You can do a ring toss. You can do some kind of crazy hats. They do it. You got a big old ring here. You can have a knockover stand. I mean, there basically is almost unlimited ideas for you doing a young kids party pack rental business. Especially you drop it off. You might set it out in the yard, for the parents. You can negotiate that. Have them sign a contract, I would say. I would definitely do a contract in case something gets broken, destroyed, and whatnot. You can overlook some, but not a lot. That contract would be a deposit. Maybe they'll give you a $100 deposit, and they get it all back if everything comes back. Here's some other things you may consider including. Possibly include a sheet cake. Why not? The idea came from Walmart. Walmart's got all these sheet cakes, and I know Publix do. They're generic. So why not get like a pen, icing pen, and just tell them you only have one type sheet cake, it's vanilla or chocolate, or you got 2 types, vanilla or chocolate. It's all plain, but when we get there, we'll draw the happy birthday kid's name right on it, and that costs $45. Maybe buy a sheet cake for $15, and then you're offering that. It's just an idea to up your sales in the rental business. How about you could do a cookie or cupcake decorating. Do a rental, put one of your white rental tables out, And just, you don't have to host it, just rent it, just put all the stuff out there. Always bring clips for, like, in case it's too windy, and put all your goodies there, and the parents can take the kids and make cookies and cupcakes. The cookies are pre-made, cupcakes are pre-made, but the kids can decorate them. I would also recommend having a backup in case of a rainy day, like some of these Carney things could be a backup. Just as the time's coming up, parents may say, it's going to be raining this weekend, so, well, guess what? We got a plan B. Plan B, we got stuff, you have a certain space. We could bring things in your house, and you can rent it, and then, run them. So I do advise a deposit for anything that you do rental. So it's not just a rental business. This is it's a young kids party pack rental business. And I think you can make some pretty good money every weekend if you want, as a hobby, small business. Like I said, it's really, really cool. And if anything, maybe just shorten it. Do the duck ponds, potato sack race, whatever you want. But this, you could take it from Scott, is a great way to do a small business or a hobby. I hope it works out for you. I know it will.